one more thing that we gotta do, that Hollow gotta do. Hopefully we can get that accomplished today, or we really say goodbye. There's something that I need to tell Kyle before we were done, starting a new beginning.
Is that a ghost?
So, are you gonna answer the question? I'll ask you who's this. I guess a simple like.
Yeah, that was weird. Okay. 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 This sounds like it's about to get heavy. What's up, Mr. Man? Ooh. Ooh, his ghostly features.
I'm alive.
You faked your death.
Yep.
You sneaky nigga, you. I know you too well. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I have an idea of that. I don't blame you.
Didn't go
I
out
don't
like
blame
that.
you at all.
Biggest thing I wanted to see was who's the real or who's the fake, who actually with me, who didn't. And you feel me? You showed up, Aaliyah showed up, Unc showed up. Everything. I saw Rilo. I was at the funeral. So I watched the whole thing. I just wanted to see how people were gonna react. Feel me? So now I got my answers.
Heard you. Heard you.
I'm on different hair. I'm not gonna lie. I'm about to be a different person. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Okay.
Like, niggas really
In what way? In what way?
You know, after what the whole thing that went down for real, like I'm not gonna lie. It did. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
That's why my hair's white. You know, as my eyes change, like I'm kind of void of emotion right now.
I definitely understand.
Pretty much lost all empathy for anybody besides the people who showed me that they actually me.
Right. So it's EBK basically.
It's EBK.
That's what I'm hearing.
Besides you, Aaliyah, Henry, Diamond, Rilo, but I think Alizé is pregnant with my baby.
About that. She did text me. I don't know why she decided to text me. The last time I spoke to her, I threatened her. She texted me in a group chat with somebody that I don't know and said results are positive. My next appointment is next week for Hollow's baby. So, sir, you are gonna be a father.
Okay. This changes things.
I bet it does.
And Liv was there too. And Liv.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, Liv. Yeah, she's got some shit of her own going on at the moment.
I can imagine. But yeah.
I knew you too well. I knew it. Yeah, I called it. I said that shit. That nigga don't die. So, nah, this nigga done been through too much. He done cheated death way too many times to go outside over some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I got a small feeling that Alizé wasn't telling me the whole story, simply because I've always been suspicious of that girl. I'm not gonna lie. And she told me that Mateo held her at gunpoint and you know, was trying to get her number and shit like that, and was basically trying to be disrespectful in your face, and then shot her, and she was so scared for her life, so she thought he was trolling, sent him a laughing emoji, and then something about you found out and got mad, and so she told me that she went and shot Layla in the face. I said, why the f would you tell me that you just shot Layla in the face?
Right.
Come on, bro.
All right. So yes, that is true, but she left out a lot of context. So here's what really happened. So we're at Benny's, we're chilling. Layla and Quay's there. Me and Alizé are there. Mateo pulls up. I'm like, oh shit, I need that nigga number. I'm in 40K, but he's always been, you feel me? He's always hooked me up with shit and shit. So I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I didn't think bro was on that type of time. At this time, I already lost both my chops on my weapons, so like I'm lacking right now. I didn't think shit was gonna get hot. So apparently him and her got history. We are talking. He's like trying to hit on her in front of me, right? And then I'm like nigga, this is my girl. This is like, we made it official that day. And he's like to Alizé, he's like, oh, is this your man? She says yes. And then the nigga's like upset. He's like, damn, you really like downgraded like this one of my like little homies. Like he's my trapper and shit. Like try to like maybe little bro me and shit.
Trying to make you seem less than.
Exactly. So I'm like, nigga, you supposed to be my man doing right now. And then, but he has his gun on him. So he puts his gun to my head and then proceeds to rob me. I'm like, wow, like, all right, so this what we doing? Okay, interesting. So, and then, well, hold on. Before that, you feel me? Well, no, yeah, he does that, puts the gun to my head. So technically I have to fear. So,
yeah.
He points to the gun at Alizé. He's like, get out the car. He hugs her and like grabs her ass. So I'm like, my nigga, the fuck you got going on?
Yeah.
So that happens. Then he puts the gun to my head. He's like, all right, move over to the sidewalk. So like I can't hear their little conversation or whatever. But he was being very flirtatious with her in front of me. So again, technically I have to fear. So I move to the side. I see them having a conversation, and then I see her phone. She pulls out her phone. So I'm like, you can only share numbers if you pull out your phone.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, so you just giving the nigga your number. So I'm hot at this point.
As you should be, though.
I'm like, wow, you feel me? My head, I'm like, you know what? Maybe her own saving grace is that she, as soon as this whole thing is over, she blocks the nigga, she don't respond to the nigga, and she's like, she was just scared for her life, right?
Yeah, because, you know, as your girl, shorty, whatever, you know, it's understandable that this nigga got a gun. You know, you don't want to die, but after the fact, you handle your business.
Exactly. So that happens. I see she pulls out her phone. She puts her phone down. Then I see that he like tries to lean in for a hug. He smacks her. She smacks him. He comes over to me. He's like, yo, you got a good one. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's my fault. I'm just trying to rekindle some shit that, some shit that I once had type shit. But like, I see y'all locked in, whatever. Pretty much he's trying to backhanded apologize to me. Like, still trying to little boy me, but like on some weird shit. So I'm sussed out about this.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, interesting. But then he was like, as far as your bitch, fuck your bitch. And then he shoots her.
What the fuck?
So then I start to fight him bare hand. At that point, I was just seeing red. I'm like, if you're gonna shoot me, shoot me. But then
Yeah,
he's like,
she didn't tell it to me like that.
and then he's like, all right, get your bitch. I'm like, yo, what the? So I'm like, all right, I gotta get her to the hospital. I put her in the car. I'm about to drive to the hospital, but then EMS pulls up. EMS pulls up. We do the whole thing. She gets up. I tell her what happened. And then I'm like, why'd you give the nigga your number though? Like you see the nigga just like bitch me in front of you. My only saving grace as a man is that you dub him.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, you know, I don't know or whatever. So at this point, I'm hot. I leave, and then I put DTB in the sky. I was pissed at that point.
Yeah, I would be too.
After that, Layla calls me. I tell her what happened. She tells Quay. Then Quay puts Alizé K in the sky. And then that started her, Layla, and Quay beefing. Because they're just going back and forth in the sky after what Quay said.
Yeah, see, I didn't even know Quay was in the situation.
Yeah. So then I say, then I'm in the sky. I'm like, yo, Quay, chill, bro. I'll handle it. But then they start going at it. Layla says, she says something in response to Alizé talking to Quay. Then Alizé's like, suck my dick to Layla. So they get hot. Now they're saying drop low. So now I'm like, yo, what the is going on? It's supposed to be like, I was mad, but I didn't think this would turn into this whole thing.
Right.
We meet in like the projects. They I see Quay and Layla. Layla's pissed as she usually is because she's very hot-headed.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, let me just handle this. Let me figure out what's going on. I call Alizé. I'm like, yo, they're outside. Stay in the house. It's like chill. She hangs up. I'm trying to find her. Next thing I know, I turn around. She shoots Layla. So that's how that whole thing happened. So now I mediated because it wasn't within 2. So I mediated. Then I'm talking to Alizé. I'm like, yo, like, why'd you give the nigga your number? Like, what's up? She's like, I don't know, you know, like for coke and shit. If she was scared, she would have said she was scared.
Right.
But she didn't.
You wouldn't have just pulled an excuse out your ass.
So I'm like, interesting. But she's like, there's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. I'm like, bet, give me your phone. Let me see. Let me see. I see your phone. No messages from him, but I see recent calls. I click on his contact. I click on the message. And there's a message like, oh, I did all that just so he doesn't think that we on that type of timing. That's when she sends the emoji, I hate you, LMAO. And then he responds.
LMAO?
Yeah.
Wow.
So then he responds.
Wow.
He responds. But you, like, you know you want this dick, pretty much.
So they around. They trying to make that shit out to be like, that's basically a setup right there. They trying to make it seem like, oh yeah, like, hey, you act like you scared so we can still go do what we want to do behind his back type shit.
That's what Betrayal was setting up. That's why she slapped him. That whole thing, it was just like supposed to be a little show.
So it was bullshit. Wow.
So I'm like, yo, what is this? Like, you laugh? Like, this what we doing? Like,
that shit funny?
You're laughing at what that nigga did? Like, you think that shit funny? And then that's when she's like, I thought he was trolling. Like, I didn't know. Yeah. Like, she's like, there's nothing between us. I'm like, bro, do you not see how that looks?
Right. And like, being that y'all have had so much shit going on, I be peeping shit with y'all, and it's like, she way too smart to think that nigga was trolling, bro.
So at that point, I ain't gonna lie, I was pissed. I was borderline like, I'm just gonna end this shit. I'm done. Like,
yeah.
After everything that happened.
Yeah, because she was telling me that you was basically feeling pushed to the edge with a whole bunch of other shit on top of this.
Yeah. Because that whole PG shit happened before.
Yeah, that same night when all of us had some bullshit going on. Yeah.
So,
wow.
That's what happened. I ended up jumping. My eyes got f***ed up in the fall. That's why I have a scar on my eye. And my eyes they changed color. I changed my hair color because I'm void. I'm nothing. I'm not the same nigga. I'll tell you that right now. especially for niggas that I don't fuck with. Like,
I definitely understand though. I mean, that shit changes niggas. You don't just bounce back from shit like that.
So, but then I'm also like, you know, let's see what niggas say. EMS came fast, they got me up, and I left before she got down there.
So she didn't even see that shit.
So I had a double.
Speak of the devil.
Niggas is lurking.
I'm dead.
So I had a double, like a body that looked just like mine. That's why it was closed casket, and that's why she fell for it. So I'm like, all right.
You set that shit up,
Yep.
bro. Crazy.
So, you feel me? And then I'm just hearing things like, damn, that nigga died over a bitch. Damn, that nigga pussy. Damn, he died over a pussy. And I'm just like, you know, I was gonna just leave and go back to Tokyo and then just do my own thing, because I was just tired of it, and then I didn't have to worry about niggas worrying about, oh, where Hollow at, or what, none of that. I was like, I'm done. But I realized there's a greater purpose for me that I need to accomplish in this city.
Right, of course.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I can't get rid of her, because there's one thing that I still do have empathy for, is children, especially my child.
Of course. Yes, that's your flesh and blood right there in the making.
So
are you gonna tell her that you're back?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell her
Okay.
whenever she's back, if she's in. The only people that know right now, Henry knew from the beginning, because I was working out some business with him, so he knows. Aaliyah knows, and now you know.
So we're the only three.
Right.
Got you. My mouth is shut.
So yeah. I tell you right now, I'm working on I want to create a new organization in this city.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Something for the people, you know? Like these gangs,
Like
especially
the community type
these
shit.
big gang. Yeah, like these big gangs, they've been doing bullshit for so long, think that they can just niggas' lives for too long, you feel me? Especially like civs, or just niggas just trying to live, you feel me?
Right. Folks that's not, like, for lack of a better term, toxic.
Exactly. So, you feel me? Obviously, people need to eat. People need to be able to protect themselves. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to establish some connections so that I can provide that. In exchange, we just take care of each other.
Oh yeah, that would be a really good idea, honestly. But I mean, an organization is an organization, not a game.
Exactly.